Chesapeake was a good plan. You all have been with me since the very beginning, and I'm so thankful for that. Wow, it's great to see you. You know, I'm kind of the warm-up act. I'm like shopping mall Brittany before she became big, you know? So I'm excited to be here with you tonight. May I just check, has anybody seen Ghazala? Is she here tonight? Because I thought maybe she'd want to take me up on a debate. Since, you know, the artificial intelligence was the best representation of her on the entire campaign, I thought maybe she'd like to fix things with us, but she hadn't done that. A woman who's running for statewide office, who spends 130 days turning down a debate, not agreeing to stand on stage with her opponent, insulting her opponent, and insulting you, saying the person who represents this party isn't a legitimate candidate. I got a problem with that. And you know what? I think the voters of Virginia, in the birthplace of American liberty, are going to have a problem with that too. You need to stand on stage for 1 hour during the campaign and answer questions about your bad votes. Answer questions about your bad decisions. Answer questions about your bad policies. And my dear friend Ghazala just won't do it. Well, you know what? She's unlucky because she's got somebody like me who's going to work from 4 in the morning till midnight every day to make sure that the people of Virginia know about her bad policies and also know about the great policies that the Republicans are bringing to town. And I'm so thankful, truly, I am so thankful that we have had Governor Glenn Youngkin in that governor's mansion, stopping bad ideas from becoming really bad laws. I am glad that we have had Winsome Sears at the podium in the state Senate, trying to keep things under control there. And when she has stepped off and she has said, you know what, I'm not going to be confined just by this office. She's gotten in the car, she's gone down and talked to people, she's called out Democrats who've done really foolish things, and I admire that. And I'm going to do the same thing if you send me the mission. And then can I say something else about my friend Jason Yars, who I've known back when he was a lawyer and then in the House of Delegates. This guy is the kind of person you want in the AG's office. Now, he's a Republican, and he can get in a fight if that's what we need to do, but I used to have him on my radio show every month, and I'd try to mess him up. I'd ask him tough questions that nobody else would ask. He didn't take the bait. You want to know why? Because he knows the role of Attorney General is about being fair with everybody. It's about interpreting and enforcing the law, not your emotions, not what you think it should be, but what the law of Virginia says. And I can promise you, he has never spent 1 second thinking about murdering one of his political opponents in your family. And let me tell you why I'm running. There are a couple of reasons. You know, I spent some time as the communications director at the United States Chamber of Commerce, biggest business federation in the world. Big-time businesses, little businesses, people who just come to the United States with the American dream in their heart, opening a bodega or a dry cleaner, and then the biggie, Fortune 500 companies. We are in competition. People don't realize it. We're in competition with Tennessee. We're in competition with North Carolina. We're in competition with South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Texas. We better get ready to win, and you better put people in the Capitol who are smart enough to make wise business decisions so that you got a job, and your kids have got a job, and your grandkids have got a job. They've got to be looking 10, 20 years down the road, making smart decisions. You know what the Democrats have said? They're going to get rid of the right to work. Now that means you'll be forced into a union if everybody else around you votes for a union. Right now, you get to make that choice. You decide whether money comes out of your paycheck. That's important for the working people. That's important for the working people. The Democrats always say they care about the working people. Oh, I don't think so. Not if you're trying to force people into a union. And this is the key thing I want you to share with everybody this weekend and next week, and then the weekend headed into the election. The businesses that have come to Virginia, the great companies, that Bob's for Job, Bob McDonald brought here, that Jim Gilmore, that George Allen, that Glenn Youngkin is brought here. They came here largely because we're the northernmost state on the eastern seaboard with the right to work. And they're looking, saying no to Pennsylvania, no to Delaware, no to Maryland, and they're coming to Virginia. And you know what? Even the Democrats used to agree that this was the magic. Chuck Robb, Democrat. Jerry Beliles, Democrat. Doug Wilder, Democrat. Even Tim Kaine and Mark Warner, before they lost their minds in D.C. Democrats all agreed we don't touch the right to work. This group of Democrats is out the window. You know why they've changed? Because they're not looking out for you, they're looking out for the unions, not for the people of Virginia. I'm gonna look out for the people of Virginia every chance I get. Now, I promise you, I'm not gonna turn this whole speech into a bash Ghazala Hashmi session, maybe a minute or two. So, you know, she's on TV, she's got $5 million, and I got like $300,000. I'm mad about it, but that's okay. I'm gonna work harder than anybody else, so it's all right. I'm used to that in my life. But she's running these ads saying, John Reid wants to destroy public education. Oh yeah, sure. My dad was a middle school principal in Chesapeake County. My mom was a public school teacher in Charlottesville. My grandmother, 25 years in Greensville County. I went to Henrico County Public Schools. My niece and nephew are going to Henrico County. I'm not trying to destroy the public schools. I am trying to fix them. And I'm not going to listen to the Democrats who have constantly doubled and tripled down on the bad results. And they refuse to make any change at all. Again, because they don't care about these kids. They care about the teachers' unions. Well, I care about the families and the kids, and that's who I'm looking out for when I get to the Capitol in January. Now, let me tell you, one of the main reasons that I left this job, which was so great at the big radio station in Richmond, and I also left the paycheck, I probably wasn't thinking through that one, was because I watched what happened in 2020. In my hometown, the state capital of Richmond, the $250,000 bus that was set on fire and burned in the middle of the street. My friends, who I'd known since elementary school, who were police officers, pelted with balloons filled with urine and feces, driven by Antifa into the precinct, and then the building set on fire with them inside. People don't even know this happened. This is bad stuff. Night after night after night. Not one night, you know, bad things happen one night. No, night after night after night. The Democrat governor didn't have anything to say about it. The Democrat mayor didn't have anything to say about it. The Democrat prosecutor didn't have anything to say about it. The Democrat city council didn't have anything to say about it. The Democrat members of the House of Delegates didn't have anything to say about it. The Democrats in the Senate didn't have anything to say about it. You know who stood up every morning for the law of Virginia and the people of Richmond? John Reid did at 6 in the morning. And I'm proud of it. And I'm sick and tired of watching political people turn a blind eye to the abuse of other citizens. I will not tolerate it, no matter who you are. I'm the nicest guy in the world until you start harming innocent people. And then I'm going to get into that fight. And that's why I quit the job and decided to run for lieutenant governor. So, we got a lot on the line here. A whole lot on the line. The economy, the schools, law and order, and your future. I'm willing to fight for it. I haven't taken a day off since January 27th. I'm kind of looking forward to November 5th. But I need you, please, not just to go vote on your own, but to get everybody in your household and make that list. Go through your phone and find the 10 people that you think you can say, hey, meet me for lunch and let's vote early. Or meet me on the morning of Election Day. Because that's the only way we're going to cross that finish line. As the governor said, we have 3 polls now that show my race is tied. So I'm counting on you to pull us across the finish line. So let me tell you, I haven't been in politics. I wasn't in the House of Delegates. I wasn't in the state Senate. I've been around it my whole life. But I'm sincere, leaving my career to do this work. Because I believe in the people of Virginia, my home people. This is my home state, and I'm not going to let anybody take it over. This is where my family raised me. This is where my grandparents are. My mother's from Roanoke, my dad from Norfolk. We've got family all over the state. This is an important state to protect and preserve. And so if I'm sent, if I'm blessed enough to win enough votes to go to the state capitol in Richmond, it's not to settle scores with Democrats. I'd like to, but I got to be disciplined. This is about finding common ground to solve the problems that we face as a society. Not kick them down the road so we can win the next election. Let's do something now. So if you send me as Lieutenant Governor, here's my promise. I'm going to be reasonable. I'm going to be the responsible person at the Capitol. I'm going to be respectful of other people, even the people who disagree with me and who I disagree with. And then I promise you, every decision that I'm entrusted with, I will examine and make the decision with a real effort to be fair to every citizen of the Commonwealth of Virginia. I'm proud to be your nominee for Lieutenant Governor. I've worked really hard. I will keep working hard for you if you can trust me with this office for the next 4 years. And I thank you so much for being here today.